Alright guys, a quick rundown of what I can see so far in the Diablo 4 closed beta. Now, we had our connection struggles for sure. It was not exciting, it was somewhat frustrating, but all to be expected when you're running a game that's in a closed beta. So, a few of the things I'd like to talk to you guys about is our skill tree. Very interesting setup with this skill tree. Kind of like that you can half screen it, but if you want the full screen, you can expand it all the way out and kind of see everything that there is. Kind of dive down and see how many points and what it takes and what these skills look like and what their modifiers are. Go ahead and look at that and get an idea of the build that you want. It's pretty cool. I've noticed pieces of gear actually do come with bonuses, so you'll get +1 to the rank of Hammer of the Ancients, or you'll get some other pieces of gear that give you +1 to Iron Skin and Rallying Cry. Happens very early in the game, and I feel like I've been very lucky because within about 10 minutes I had 2 legendary rings drop. Now, they weren't amazing rings, but they were actually pretty cool rings at the same time that offer some additional damage or some thorns bonuses and that of the nature. I've also noticed that items will drop and they'll automatically equip, which is pretty cool, I have to admit. So one of my favorite items that I've gotten so far are the Boneweave Falls of Bulkathos, which actually allow Leap to cast Earthquake and deal AoE. While you're in the AoE, you also take less damage, which is pretty nifty. Now, something that I wasn't quite expecting that I think is cool is that when you go to the blacksmith, you're actually able to boost the level of your items, giving you small advantages and small bonuses and things of that nature as you level them up. Of course, they cost these materials. And this is actually one of the things that makes me worry the most. These materials you can gather while slaying enemies, but we know that this game's going to have a battle pass, and I guess one of the concerns is that I can purchase the battle pass and probably be awarded more of these materials so I can craft my gear faster than other people. The pay to win aspect is strong with this one. However, it's not that concerning as the fact that I'm still really enjoying what I'm getting out of it and how I'm playing. This may not play a really big part until what you would call the end game. So we've looked at skills, we've looked at some of the legendary items, which, guys, I don't know if it's a beta thing or what, but legendaries are dropping left and right. I don't know if that's going to be something that we see on a regular basis, or if that's just in the closed beta to kind of get people a little more gripped in and excited about the game. So another really interesting thing is you have an alchemist you can work with. Now, as you level up, you're able to strengthen the power of your potions, meaning you get more heals. And again, there's going to be material cost to level these up and some level requirements as well. But I want to talk about the crafting of elixirs. You're able to craft elixirs that give you increased armor, thorns, and experience. And I'm guessing this is going to be based on the class that you have. You know, these will probably adjust based on what class you're running. But I want to say that's pretty cool. And with that, you're able to refine your current ones to get higher grade ones so that you can then again craft higher grade elixirs and potions. It's a pretty cool, nifty thing, in my opinion. I like that about it. The combat in the game is actually really slick. I've really enjoyed the combat in this game as well. Combat actually feels pretty good. It's different than what I've been experiencing in some of these games. The way the damage numbers pop up, the way things look, like it's clean enough in my opinion. To me, it's kind of Immortal-esque, but has some really clean visuals. But the skills don't pop off of the screen and show you like these big flashes of light and color, especially with the Barbarian class. But overall, I really do like what I see. It's clean enough to enjoy. It's not crazy flash pop pop pop, but you feel like there's some weight behind the skills that you cast, and to me that's one of the more valuable things at the end of the day. You want to see what's going on. You want to know you're dealing damage, but you don't need a whole like a rave party on your screen just to see that at the same time. I guess the last thing that really pops out in my attention is the world events. Just events that will pop up while you're exploring, and they're co-op, so if other people are around, they can take advantage of it as well, and you're gifted loot by the end of them. They can be tough, but they are fun, and they're an added level of things to do. So let's give you the rundown. The details that mattered most throughout the video. There's quite a few things that matter to me, and that's how the game looks, feels, and how amazing the story is. The cinematic that you saw at the very beginning is the quality that Blizzard brings every single time whenever they really drop a game. The gameplay itself felt pretty good. It's a little slow as compared to what we're used to, but I think that's part of the plan to create that development of a storyline that feels like it's pulling you into the game at the end of the day. Combat and skills, although not very flashy and poppy, still make you feel like you're dealing damage, which is what we play these games for half the time. The loot drops were insane in the closed beta. I couldn't believe that I got 5 different legendaries in my 4 or 5 hours of playing. I think they've upped that rate just to make it feel like we're doing more through the game, to be honest, to make us a little more gripped in to play it, or maybe we're just more rewarded throughout the closed beta. It could be a thing, it could not be a thing, I don't know. But it did seem like progression was paced, slower pace. It still felt rewarding whenever you got your skills leveled up and you noticed a little bit of damage differences and things of that nature. Now, all I've played is the Barbarian, but it's been pretty daggone fun. And we'll see what happens when the newness wears off, but the in-game loop seems like it may be very fun. The one thing I do want to call out is when you're moving around the map, which is amazing, by the way, beautifully built in my opinion, you've got the opportunity to pick up these materials, these resources that you can later use to upgrade your gear or upgrade your elixirs. My biggest concern, and this is the fear of the pay-to-win side of what Diablo 4 may actually do for us, guys. It's going to turn around and allow us to get this battle pass, and because we're spending extra money, these resources that most people will grind for, you won't have to grind as hard for. That's the fear. Is that fact? Probably not, but that's probably where they're going to start gutting us at the end of the day. I don't have a problem with a lot of that stuff because you can play it and play it and play it and still get the things that you want at the end of the day, but you know, 10, 15 bucks here, I may actually be able to get a huge edge and have my legendary gear much better than your legendary gear. I may be able to level my stuff up 10 times faster than you, and I can play less time. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is at the end of the day. They're gonna make money, and it's smart to do that. So, in my opinion, it's okay, because it is what it is. Now, the one thing that I will say just doesn't really feel good about the game, although the skill tree is very Diablo 2 Resurrection and Diablo 2 like, I feel like it's limited. It's what I've seen in so many of games in this genre. So many games in this genre now are moving in ways to make your skills feel unique, like there's not the same character out there unless I specifically went down the exact same path that you did. That build variety is something that you don't see a lot in Diablo, and I was hoping for some more build variety in Diablo 4, but I don't think we're going to get a lot of build variety at the end of the day. We're going to get back to those cookie cutter builds that are just really good for running in-game content, and if you want to do it the fastest or you want to have the most power, you're going to be doing these builds that are already great. I didn't want that. That is what we've got. I wanted build variety to be something super big in this game, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to bring that to the table. Otherwise, though, I'm very satisfied with what this closed beta has given me. It's met expectations. We knew the server was going to crap out. We knew we were going to have server disconnects. We knew we were going to have long queues. I'm not surprised by any of that. None of that really aggravated me. Even if characters were deleted, none of that was going to really aggravate me. The only thing that was going to get me was like, where is my money going to end up going at the end of the day? And it seems like battle passes and these other specials that aren't cosmetic specific may be the end of what I like about it. But I love it. I just don't like where I think they're going to go with it. It's not confirmed, but I have a strong suspicion. Look, guys. If this video helped you decide whether or not you wanted to buy Diablo 4 or anything like that, just made you more secure on whether you're not going to buy Diablo 4, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and tell your buddies about the video. Mad love, guys, and we'll see you on another one.